Guys, how you doing?
Hello,
Good.
Jasher. It is. I think this is the first time we've actually talked over Discord or anything. It's just mostly been email or text or
I
stuff
think
like
it
that.
is.
Yeah,
It's been too long.
it really has. Just for anybody in the stream, Jasher, I reached out to him like a year and a half ago to voice one of the villains in Eldric Journey's Thug Rock, the Troll King, and he did an amazing job.
I don't think I'll get to hear that clip or anything yet.
No,
but
you should. You really pulled it. It was so good.
I am the king of the pirates. No person can touch me, no monster can kill me, and no magic can stop me.
I mean, I've never brought anyone onto Eldritch Journey to voice act any of the NPCs before, and my co-hosts were worried about it, and they're like, I was like, yeah, I found someone, and they're like, oh, okay, let's hear. And you sent me your, I guess, I don't want to call it an audition tape, but you sent me the recordings, and you're such a nice guy. You're like, yeah, thank you so much for this. Anyway, no, and then just jumped into the voice, and it was so good.
Love that.
It was just an immediate oh yeah, this is the guy. This is Thug Rock. We got him.
Got him.
You did a fantastic
I
job.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it because I was so nervous. I'd been listening to Eldric Journeys and I was like, man, these guys are the big leagues. This
Damn.
production quality, how funny these guys are. Like, I was nervous. I'm nervous now jumping on. You guys are
Really,
awesome.
dude?
Like,
You're the
I follow
second one
along
to
with
tell
Eldric
us
Journeys.
that. I'm
Yeah.
like, us? What the hell? We're
Yeah.
barely running this shit.
I mean, I've been working because I listened to Collectania of everything when I first found your stuff,
Yeah.
and then you talked about Podzilla, and I jumped onto there because I think everybody has some sort of connection to Godzilla.
Yeah.
Especially when you.
Seems like
I didn't do proper introductions. I'm Nathan Punkin Nonstop. Just wanted to say that because you two know each other.
Yes.
But other than
yeah,
that,
nice to meet you, Nate. Yeah.
nice to meet you too.
I
But-
completely forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah, I forget you're the one here running on your channel and
Yeah.
orchestrating it. Fuck you. All right. No, but it's okay. We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
I definitely grew up either watching Godzilla or playing with the action figures with my cousins or watching
Yes.
movies and shit. So we always had them.
Yeah. And with you and your brother, you guys have had a deep connection nostalgically for Godzilla because you guys used to watch him. You talk about it all in the show. If you wanted to talk a little bit about your connection with Godzilla first before we jump into more questions.
Yeah, totally. So I guess we grew up. Our dad was really into Godzilla. So me and my brother Micah grew up kind of seeing movies here and there and having action figures and it got to the point where our dad was creating his own Godzilla board games for us and
Oh, the old
we just
NES game
grew
I
up
used to
with
play a lot, dude. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old video games.
Yeah.
It's so good. We had all this stuff in our childhood and no one else around us had watched all these old Godzilla movies or had that connection we did. So recently we were like, hey, we should get together and do a podcast. It'll be a cool way for us to hang out.
Definitely.
And what better way to do it than to relive our childhood almost and watch through all the Godzilla movies. So yeah, it's been
Damn.
really, really fun.
That is really cool. That's a cool idea too.
Especially, they have kind of a booming community too, because you have your Discord for Podzilla, and I always get notifications for everybody who are coming in for listens.
I'm sorry.
No,
yeah.
You're good, because I think I know the answer to this, and I'm gonna just hold on. I'm gonna whisper it to him, so just in case
I can mute it, bro.
I think there's the more nostalgic movie of the Godzilla franchise that you and Micah have just gravitated towards. I think I know it,
Yes.
but I would like to hear your answer real quick. And I've already told him, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Okay, there we go. Now we there's a movie called Son of Godzilla.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was the one.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's this real goofy Godzilla movie that's quite different to all the others, where Godzilla's kind of looking after his wild, crazy son.
The
who
little
keeps
son.
showing
Okay,
up
yeah,
all the
no, that's
time.
a classic.
Yeah. So I don't know. We really like the goofy tone, so we've kind of used that tune for some of our music on the show, and yeah, it's just such a crazy tone, different to everything else, and it really relates to us. So yeah. It's the best Godzilla movie, Son of Godzilla.
I don't want to call it flack, but the amount of I don't even want to call it backlash, but the amount of times you've brought a guest on and you're like, we love this one, and they're like, really? And it's you're like, well, yeah, I think that's what I love about your type of review style is that it's not negative. It's very much I love these movies. I have nothing.
Yeah.
You can criticize them without hating them.
It's the good parts of what you think about it.
Yes.
And if there is a negative part, it's like constructive criticism on a movie that's 50 years old.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I know it was early on into the podcast episodes that I listened to, but I think one of my favorite episodes you've done was Half Human, because it was just such a because I never went to go watch it. Just knowing from the premise based off of what you guys were talking about made it so wild for me to imagine that I didn't even want to try and attempt to watch it, especially because I think that was the one that you guys have reviewed the most negatively.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Infamous in Podzilla history.
If you wanted to give just a little quick premise of that.
Yeah, so Half Human was like, there's the company called Toho are the producers of the Godzilla films. And they released the original Godzilla, 1954. And straight afterwards, the next big monster movie was this film called Half Human about the abominable snowman in the Japanese Alps.
Okay.
And it's about like 3 warring parties, poachers, explorers, and then like a tribe in the Alps, and all 3 of them trying to hunt down this Yeti essentially and his kid. But the film has been like lost to time. It got famously banned because of how it portrayed the tribes, just in a real negative light. So it's been completely lost to time, and someone's uploaded this like VHS rip of it somewhere.
Awesome.
Such bad quality. It's the only way to watch it, but we
that's what we got for now.
Watch and review it. Yeah.
It'll come up.
It's terrible. It's so bad. We did like a commentary track on it again recently, just because
it's a fun time
to relive it.
I mean, it was fun because you guys got me through because I was living in Kentucky, I think a year ago, and when I found you guys, I just like binged through all of your stuff, and it made me have a much better and greater appreciation for Godzilla. Because the first one, obviously, it's like touching about the nuclear warfare with Godzilla, all that stuff. Yeah. And then as it has evolved, it has like kind of steered away from some of that. But whenever you bring up any movie that maybe has steered away from those types of ideas, you have like tried to bring it back to what is this movie trying to say. I think I appreciate that lens because for most of pop culture, whenever someone thinks of Godzilla, they're like, they were fighting.
Yeah, no, that's awesome you say that. Thanks for that, because that's something we do try and do, is just like be positive about these things and just have fun and whatever it was trying to do. And there are times that like they've tried to say a message, however trite it may be, about like protect the environment or people. So we try to bring that up and like try and take the movie for what it is, and we always end up having fun, even if it might not be the best quality.
Do you remember when you sent out a poll to all of your community to see like what would the best kaijus were from like best to So
we ranked all the monsters. Yep.
I'm gonna ask you, what do you think my number 1 was?
No way. I don't know. Are you on Team Manila or are you anti Manila?
Listen, every time you bring up Manila, I am so happy when you because was it Manila or who else was it that you adopted on that one? Was it a Facebook group or something like that?
Oh, that was the weird walrus kaiju.
Yes.
Called Meguma that I adopted. Yeah.
I was so I was so disappointed when you got kicked from that or something. I wanted to hear more about that.
Well, we try and like do some entertaining stuff on the show, so we might go like podcast episode to podcast episode covering movies, but we also try have little like arcs or little random stuff we do throughout the show. So one of the first ones was I found this like really serious Facebook Godzilla group where you had to be really serious about like picking up a kaiju and then putting an essay in every couple days about what that kaiju's doing. And they'll have big events for the Facebook group, and you had to like react to that by writing hundreds of pages of like creative writing. And I was just taking it as a joke. I should have taken it a bit more seriously, but I was having fun with it. And then I got past way too many deadlines just because life was so busy. Then one day later, I saw my kaiju that I had adopted up for adoption again. And I was like, man, this is the end. I should have treated you better.
I love the fact that you're just like, yeah, and he's just still sleeping. He's just still sleeping. He's in hibernation
there's a big
still.
event. He's just hibernating. Yeah.
He's just really tired.
Like, I'm still into Yu-Gi-Oh, but at the time it was kind of my.
I'm into Yu-Gi-Oh too.
All right. Well, the next thing we got coming up is a Yu-Gi-Oh thing too.
Yeah.
I
that's-
can't wait to watch it. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay,
Awesome.
good. Well, I was gonna say because there is a Kaiju deck in Yu-Gi-Oh. Did you know about?
No way.
Yes, I.
Oh yeah. We were talking about this. You and Joe.
Pull it up on Google. I'm gonna say the name of the card. Just look up Kaiju deck Yu-Gi-Oh, and I want you to get because they based it off of real Kaijus. Like each one is based off of a real
No
Kaiju.
way.
Yes, and I want to know.
My spelling is.
I'm gonna say the name of it because they didn't exactly say. They don't say it exactly, but I'm gonna say the name of it, and I want you to tell me what you think this one is based off of.
Okay, let's play this. This sounds good.
All right, cool.
I'm trying to find it for you, DJ.
Well, I mean, go to the last page because it was pretty.
Previous?
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay. Click on that one. Yeah. Gameciel, the sea turtle kaiju.
Gameciel the sea turtle?
Yeah. Copy.
A sea turtle? I mean, that'll probably be like Gamera, right? Or Gamera. Would it be? Is it a sea turtle or is it more? Did you say seal?
The sea turtle kaiju.
Sea turtle. That'll be like Comobius or Gamera, right?
It's Gamera. Throw it on the. If
There
you
we go. Sweet.
Stream for
I'm
a second
sweating.
there.
I'm gonna get my like kaiju host card taken away. If
Godarla, the mystery dust kaiju.
Mystery dust.
Yeah.
The only kaiju I can think of that uses dust is like Mothra, but there's no way they did a Mothra ripoff.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'll lock it in. I'll lock in Mothra.
Okay. Bring it up. It is Mothra.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. This blew my mind. Yu-Gi-Oh had kaiju cards. I need to get my hands on this deck.
It's a full
crazy.
deck. I have this deck. It's my favorite deck. It's
Do you really?
Yeah.
No way.
It's considered kind of like it's like one of those decks you pull out if you want to actually like beat someone with it.
Damn,
like,
they have a lot of kaijus.
They do,
That's
they do.
crazy, dude.
Okay, this one is Dogaron, the Mad Flame Kaiju.
Dogaron the Mad Flame. I don't know. Would this be Rodan? The only
Ooh.
one I can think of that has something to do with fire? Would that be right?
Well, this one's actually you might be wrong and you might be right at the same time.
Oh, all
Throw it.
right.
Yeah.
I might be wrong and I might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll lock in Rodan.
Okay,
I don't think
cool.
Any other flame kaijus?
It is Rodan and it is Godzilla. Like they made
No way.
Yeah,
Really?
they made Dogaron, the Mad Flame Kaiju. He's got wings and he's got the atomic
Godzilla with
blast. Yeah. I
love
mean,
it.
there's so many. I
These
won't.
are so cool.
There's one specifically I want to show you because I think you're gonna think it's really cool. Super Anti Kaiju War Machine Mecha Dogaron.
100% Mega Godzilla.
It
This
is,
easy.
yeah.
What are you
That
doing,
one's the
DJ?
easiest one.
This is it's child's play.
But that's the coolest one.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Somebody else talking Yu-Gi-Oh in here.
Oh yeah, that's Zach in chat. Oh yeah, my friend Zach, who's also a Yu-Gi-Oh nerd, is like, surprise, your boss monster is a turtle now, because in the game. But kaijus,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, kaijus. If there's another kaiju on the field, they have to attack. You can't just. They have to fight. That is
Damn.
the whole rule of kaijus.
That's cool.
Anyway, I just wanted to show you that there's.
So cool.
It is.
I'm not kidding. Straight after this, I'm going to have a look and see where I can pick some.
Yes.
They're all really cool, and it's like one of my favorite decks. There's so many more I was gonna show you, but there's one for what's the Ultraman? There's
Yeah, I have seen that one actually.
Ultraman cards?
There's
way.
an Ultraman kind of esque, but it is
Yeah.
based off of Ultraman. I'm aware that you have seen all of the Godzilla films, or are there still some that you haven't seen?
There is still a handful that I haven't seen. I've seen majority of them, but there's still a handful, and then there's a whole lot of newer stuff that we're kind of purposefully just waiting until we get up to it to watch it. So there's a few things I haven't.
Oh yeah, because you're going in like order from like release, right?
Yeah, release date order and just Godzilla things or things connected to Godzilla. So we're gonna have to do like Ultraman and Gamera and all that stuff.
Yeah.
after that. But,
That's cool.
yeah.
I forget you watched it only because there was a reference to it.
There has been a few. I don't know that one specifically, but there's a Godzilla anime and it references like a griffin. And then there's another old movie called Latitude Zero, which features a griffin monster. So we watched that one and we're like, yeah, it connects up. You know, there's griffins in this Godzilla anime, so it's obviously the same world. So yeah, we have fun like making real strenuous connections like that.
Is there one that you're looking forward to coming up?
I am really looking forward to. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, which I think
That sounds
you said
cool.
was your favorite, wasn't it?
That is my favorite. Mine and Eddie's, who's another.
Yeah.
That is the one that we have a weird memory of. We were like 8 or 9, and we were just up at 3 a.m, and one of the channels were on, and it just popped up. And I remember Eddie, to this day, still has. You know, when you grow up and there's still that one childhood toy you wanted as a kid, and he still had the giant Space Godzilla statue. He still wants it. It's like $300.
I am
44 Club.
Annoyed at Arby's.
Say what?
I'm so annoyed at Arby's. Because I've seen you guys doing like this awesome promotion on their social media. Like
We even had my parents picked up
pissed off at
Arby's during the beginning of the stream for us.
We
told the story in the beginning. He had tweeted at them every time since we announced the stream, and like,
at Arby's, do you know what you've done?
Arby's, home of the season of the Cursed 2 hoagie.
Mother's Day, I tweeted them a picture of my meal at Arby's. No caption, nothing on the photo, and they liked it within 5 minutes. I was still in the Arby's.
No way.
Dead ass. They just no caption,
way.
just at Arby's, the photo only of just my meal, and they liked it. And I'm like,
I was
doing it wrong.
I mean, I've been disappointed for the whole time, even knowing full well that I wasn't gonna get anything from Arby's. And it sucks because I'm the only one in my like circle that actually enjoys Arby's.
Well, they added premium nuggets to the menu, which I really like those. So
We don't even have Arby's over here. To be honest, I don't know what it is, but I've been following your journey of trying to get them.
It's honestly
I'm
for
behind you guys.
For America, it's a weird restaurant because like everybody else has burgers and pizza and tacos. It's mainly roast beef, but then they also have like chicken sandwiches and other shit. But
do you know that internet lore like SCP or like anything like liminal space? I know this is going to be a weird workaround for Arby's, but do you know anything?
No, I don't.
There's this weird
Intrigued, though.
there's this weird theory that Arby's doesn't exist, but it's actually a sting operation for a government like experiment. So if you ever go to Arby's, that like someone has put a memory that you have gone to this Arby's because Arby's doesn't exist as you're staring at the Arby's cup. I know.
shaking, trembling.
But that's
I can get behind this theory.
see that's
I don't actually see you holding anything, Nate. There's nothing in your hand.
There's nothing right now.
to get into the main subject of this whole stream of you being a more smaller content creator, how has that felt in your I would say journey?
Your Eldric journey.
Thank you. As being someone who has made content, going from the beginning where you don't really have any listeners to having like more of a community that you have now, how has that felt and how has that gone?
Yeah, it's been a wild ride because like it just started off as this fun way for me and my brother to hang out and just talk about Godzilla, and we really didn't think would have anyone outside of like IRL friends listening.
I feel that,
and we didn't for like the first couple months. To be honest, we had like 10 listens an episode under that, but I don't know. I think we just struck gold with being like a Godzilla podcast. It's quite a niche little like thing, and all of a sudden, we just got heaps of listens, and then we just tried to target more promotion across Reddit and like Facebook groups, and we've tried a few different things to see what works for us. But all of a sudden, I honestly don't know how it's happened, but like we're at the point now where we're getting like 500 listens an episode.
Awesome.
And we've got this awesome community.
I love to hear that.
And we've made so many cool connections. So I honestly don't know what we've done, but it's been a wild journey because it is like it's hard being a small content creator. I have a crazy job. I'm always busy. My brother's like a nurse and he's doing random shifts he wasn't able to make today. So, yeah, it's quite tough sometimes, but like we've put the effort in and we're finding it's just we can't believe really what we've found that people are actually enjoying and listening.
A lot of times it's somewhat of the content, but the personality is what makes it a lot of times. Like watching gamers and stuff, I'm like, even if I don't like the game and I like these guys, I'll listen to them talk, you know. So you definitely have a very awesome personality. You're a nice guy. You're very bright and easy to talk to. It's very cool. I appreciate you.
That was what I was going to say is like growing up watching movie reviewers, and the thing that I actually hated or I started hating very quickly was just how negative movie reviewers were.
Oh, this is shit. What were they doing there? Yeah. It's like, talk about what you like, man.
Day.
Yeah, so it's very refreshing when I listen to you and Mykah talk about this stuff with like just a kind heart to everybody involved, and even talking about certain productions where you talk about the directors and how much like backlash they were against with the studio and everything. And it's really nice to hear them not getting ripped into for making a bad movie.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, we love creators and we love anyone that like puts their heart into making things. So that's what we always really love to shout out.
I mean, I think I found you on Audrey, which was that podcasting network thing, where
it's been discontinued.
Yeah, I remember that.
Exactly. I was so happy that I found you there because of how many people are out there. I don't know how I would have found you either way. I'm just so happy that I
right
did.
Back at you. Back at you. Honestly, like I know we're talking about Podzilla, but I just want to shout out, like, if anyone's listening and if anyone's watching and they haven't been listening along to Eldric Journeys or Puzzle Valley. If you're not on board the Puzzle Valley train, guys, jump on board. Puzzle Valley's like the awesomest thing ever. Like, honestly, DJ and Nate, what you guys are doing, like, you guys are awesome.
Thank you. I didn't know that you've been listening to Puzzle Valley. Like, that means...
I thought he said that when we opened.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. That means a lot because Puzzle Valley is literally my
Because that's
baby.
why I went... when he said it, I pogged right over.
Yeah.
I can tell you've been putting like effort into it, like all the videos and stuff you've been making as well for it. It's just so cool.
And long before it even started to come out, November 2021, we both got a small tattoo of the logo matching at the same time. Mine's on my shoulder. We'll show it on stream. Yeah, mine's on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, we both have matching there it is. But I just want to say, because we're about to jump into a different call, thank you so much, Jasher. You are like one of the warmest content creators, and you're just a super swell dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate every time you have some piece of media or another episode drops. I genuinely love you and Mykah, and I know he had to go off to work or whatever, but you tell that from me to him that I love both of you.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much. And if you haven't put any money towards Season of the Curse 2, guys, these guys are crazy.
There's a link in the description.
Put some money towards it.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you for that clip. That's going to
There's a link in the description here for sure. It won't come up on screen, but if you donate, we'll make sure you get heard. Thank you again for being in the call and for watching us and everything, man. I hope to talk to you more in the future.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks
Have
so
a
much,
good day.
guys.
You too. Have a good one.
All right. See, this is why I want to do this.
This has been epic. And the boys are already in. We can jump in
Let's
whenever.
just jump in. Let's jump in.
All right, get ready, fuckers.
Yeah.
I've been playing a ridiculous amount of balloons, like holy shit.
Yeah? You're on stream, y'all. You're on stream.
You're on stream. You're on stream. You're on stream. You're on stream. You're on stream.
All right, Eddie, let's go back to what we were talking about.